What it is, y'all, it's your old boy Pilk, and I know Abyssal Exploration's going away shortly. We didn't really talk about this one, but I didn't really have the favored unit for it, so I just kind of drudged through it with some old water units. It wasn't a terribly tough one with water units, I'll be honest with you. But someone asked a question earlier today about Ottarl, and it really brought to mind, I actually might be able to use this as a great way to test him. And now, the one thing you need to know about this is, number one, we will continuously burn. So we're just going to take damage all the time. That is a big factor here. But number two, and I think most importantly, is that our foes are fire-type units, which means they're not necessarily weak to our unit, and they don't have any inherent weaknesses to us, and we definitely don't have any type advantage to them. So they're just going to be doing their normal everyday damage to us. And I think that's kind of the best possible situation, because the other thing about Ottarl is that everything he does is about the long game. Now, I get people are asking how to use him in MSS, how to use him in... I think MSS would be a great opportunity for him if he could survive the first minute of the game, which is a problem. If you get bum rushed at the beginning, you are going to have some problems. So the question was how to build him so that isn't a problem. Well, number one, I think in a situation like that, giving him an ult right out of the gate is going to help out a lot, because it gives you a bunch of stacks right out of the gate. Plus, you can, there's items that you can basically decrease the special move damage. And then you have other techniques and things. And the more often you get those out, the more you can kind of build his stacks pretty quickly. But he is still a little squishy, and that kind of leads me to this quandary. And the question really is, how do we resolve that? Well, I kind of have an idea here. Number one, and honestly, I could give him an assist that gives him a little bit of shield. That actually might help out a lot. I'm not doing that with her. I wonder if we have an assist that would give him a lot of... Well, let's look at her defense roll assists and see if we have one that would be a good fit. So, even though Freya's not going to give him necessarily a boost, she does give a stamina buff, but not an endurance buff. He does give recovery and increased special move gauge accumulation, which is nice. 12.3% damage reduction. That might help. Hermes might not be a bad fit here. What does that do for our team cost? That drives our team cost up a little bit. You know what? That's fine, though. I need to find a way to cut team cost real fast. Give me a moment here to figure this out real quick. There we go. It's a mismatch. It's a kind of a mismatched situation, but I think it'll be okay. Actually, you know who might be really good there? Yeah, I think that's going to be great right there. A lot of healing in slot 2, which we are going to need, but it's going to give Ottarl some endurance increase. It's going to give him some stamina increase, and for the scene cards that we've given him, we are working on number one. We're going to get a ton of shield. We're going to get 20% shield at the start. 50% once we get down to less than 50% health. We're also going to have here all stats below 50%. That's going to increase endurance and dex as well, so that'll be really nice. And finally, we're going to give ourselves a big endurance buff. Unfortunately, I think that's my biggest endurance buff, so I think that's going to be an interesting situation. Let's jump in and see how this plays out. All right, so now that we're here in battle, we are going to take a little bit of early damage just because I was taking a minute to get over here. So I'm not sure the shield's going to be that good for this particular test, but let's kind of keep going and see what's up. So yeah, the game is just going to corrode away the shield, unfortunately. But the real test is at the end of this level. At the end of this level, there's that big kind of boss rush situation where we have the iron armor, the 2 orcs, and then we wind up going up against the baby dragon and all that. That's really where it's going to test Ottarl's endurance. Plus, the nice part is it gives him an ample opportunity to actually test his skills, because by that point, he will be fully buffed. In fact, he should be fully buffed pretty early in this match. There's a lot of foes to take out here. Now, brute forcing his way through these units, you can kind of see his initial weakness. He definitely is not the strongest out of the box, but he's doing a pretty okay job. All right, let's go ahead and this dude has completely... Oh, we definitely don't want to take any unnecessary risks. There we go. Oh, come on. Oh, we're just a sitting duck now. Oh, my goodness. All right. Come on, guys. Now, the nice part is, with all those stat boosts, actually, he didn't take nearly as much damage as I thought he would. I really thought that was the end. I won't lie. I thought we were just going to get wiped out there because I, whiffed the shot that was going to take out his barrier. But apparently not. All right, we're almost fully stacked. We're at 197 of... Okay, we're gonna do a quick heal here. Because with him that low, the fire could take him out at any second. Oops, and we can actually do hers as well. Just a bunch of instant boosting. All right, and we're back into the battle here, and we actually have Hermes again. So let's see how this plays out. So we get a bunch of boosts here, up to and including some endurance and things. Okay, bro. There you go. So damage-wise, I've always been very happy with this guy. Once he's fully built up, which here in MSS happens immediately. Damage-wise, once he's fully built up, he's fantastic. The caveat there is once he's fully built up. Because prior to that, he is kind of questionable, but he's a long-term unit. Now, how many events can he be used in that respect? And I do think there's an argument to using him in MSS, but you've really got to have like a lot of endurance, and it's going to be all endurance and all shield on his build, and you have to have a shield item, which we do have on him at the moment. Plus, I really do like the idea of having this extra shield and this extra endurance once he drops below 50%, especially in MSS, where that's very likely going to happen quickly. All right, here we go. Man. Now, what's really nice here is he's going to be really good for the 30-second challenges. Because look at how he's just handling these situations. Just, oh, we didn't have his skill 1. I thought we did. There we go. All right, skill 1. And then we'll take the int out with skill 2. And I will save the alt for when we get the next big bad right here. And they're all gone. Very nice. Okay, we'll do another big heal here. That's really all we're doing with them is just healing. All right, and I'm going to save my alt. In fact, I'm going to try to save my skill 1s too. Bam. Bam. I love his skill 2. It's so crazy. All right, so run in the middle, knock them out. Run in the middle, knock them out. Run in the middle. Oh, we don't have a... Our cooldown isn't quite to the state that we are going to have constant spamming of skill 1, so that should be here soon. That hurt. Thank you. Go away. All right. So we'll drop Hermes again. Go ahead and queue everyone up here. And then we'll hit them all with an alt. Ooh, I missed them. Yeah, the fact that he's just got that kind of dash attack that just does... He does a big circular swipe after that dash. So good. All right, so big caveat to this one is I am essentially going to sit here and attempt not to use any skills if I can help it here. Just so I want everything when we go into that 30-second challenge. As a result, I will probably take some damage, but we will heal all that damage. And here we go. Okay. 30-second challenge, ahoy. Bam. 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 Oop, get rid of that. Get rid of them. Knock them out. Yeah, he really is just designed for these 30-second challenges. It's very obvious. Like, this guy is just... He's going to be your go-to in MSS, I do feel like. Or, outside, not MSS. In Abyss. Bam. Bam. Oh, I messed it up. I was really close to the end there, too. Because his skill, too... The big thing that it does is it's that dash with that big circular swipe. So you could really use skill 2 to dash to the next area. It's just crazy how he's basically built for this. All right. So our second, I wouldn't even call this guy a mini boss. This guy's a full-fledged hoss. Come on, Ottarl. Get him. Alright, we don't need to take excess damage. There we go. Now, I will say, even without the 50% stat boosts that we get at 50% health, he's still kind of doing pretty well here. There we go. But kind of not fond of the amount of damage he's producing, or the complete lack thereof, it seems. But bam. Oh, I did not like that. Come on, Harmonia, get out of there, girl. You were going to get wiped out like that. I kind of expected him to already be done with this fight. But you know what it is? You know what it is? In my practice runs, I was using the other assist, so we got a big damage boost out of that. And he's not getting the damage boost here, he's getting the stamina boost. That's the difference. He's tanking better, but he's not producing the damage quite the same. So, but that's okay. That's what we wanted. We wanted him to be a little more tanky. I mean, he's never going to be a tank, but we wanted him to be a little more viable, a little less just, you know, barbarian-ish. Okay, run in the middle of this group and wipe them out. Run in the middle of this group, wipe them out. Dash over there, wipe them. Oh, I missed that guy. Dash over there, wipe them out. Wipe them out. Take him out. Take these guys out. Oh, how'd I miss him? Come on. How'd I miss him too? Can I get this big guy? Oh, it was really close. It was honestly some of the running around that I messed up. You gotta land it right in the center, in there to really get the best part of that. So that is what it is. Kind of like that though. Okay, we're gonna drop our endurance buff here. I mean, so far so good, actually. I'm pretty happy with the results of this. But again, we got to get to that final fight. You know, and I will say, from my testing with him, having the Ishtar assist, he is definitely down on power distinctly. So if the trade-off is honestly that he's actually able to, you know, produce damage, and we haven't need to heal as much. Usually by this point I've got 5, maybe 6 heals out with the old build. Now, the question is he going to pull off a 30-second challenge here? And I think the answer is no. I think that's the trade-off. He can't do a 30-second challenge anymore. Oh, that is truly unfortunate. We are just down on power. We are absolutely down on power. That's the biggie. Because I cleared this 30-second challenge with Ishtar on our team. No questions asked. I mean, it was just a breeze. Okay. Duly noted. That's the big difference. We cleared 30-second challenges like they were nothing before. And now we've got to work at it. But let's go ahead and once again heal up. I don't think we need to drop hers, but we'll drop it anyway. Here we go. Wish me luck. This is the test. This is the big one. We have 3 bosses here, plus a room full of mobs. And we are going to rush in and just go to town. And I'm going to have to correct something here real quick. There we go. Sometimes my my background music there has an ad because I'm repping my buddy's channel. Go check him out in the description down below as always. Show some support to the people that support us. Help my guy out. We're trying to get him to get him monetized. Then he can control how many ads he actually gets instead of the spammage that YouTube has been forcing on us lately. And I do apologize, guys, if you've seen just an abundance of ads in any of our videos lately, mine or anybody else's. That's YouTube. YouTube is pushing ads like crazy at the moment. They have gotten very abusive at that. All right, so enough slandering my my boss. Let's build ourselves up a little bit, get some techniques going. I think that's about as good as it's going to get. Let's take him on. You know, and we are at our 50% stat boost too, so it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Ooh, we just made it there. All right, here goes our Hermes boost. Oh, let's get out of there. It's nice to see that the Hermes stat recovery, HP recovery, I should say, is kind of enough to overpower all the other nonsense we're dealing with here. Just the constant burning and all that junk. There we go. Can we get an ult? But you know what? I will say, we're handling this shockingly well. I was honestly not thinking that it would be like that. Now, I know we're burning. Can we take on this next rush without healing? That's the true question. This is a all or nothing. We're doubling down on this bad boy. Double or nothing on this. Can we take out the baby dragon? And we're going to drop the item here. And we got Hermes. Baby dragon fight. Let's go. Told y'all this was a boss rush. Now, remember, we're not really producing damage as much right now. So we have sacrificed a lot of our damage producing power to, I mean, for all intents and purposes, do what we're doing right now, survive this. I'm pretty happy with the results. Now, the question is, if we replicate the same build in MSS, how will it play out? I guess we're going to have to find out. And I think we're going to have to find out right now. So let's see what that is. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and retire from this and run over there real quick. This will be very interesting to see how this plays out. So we've got the new Ottarl. I know I've got the old one there too. I love the fact they didn't even bother to change the character models. Just one's got swords, one's doesn't. Is what it is. And for this one, we're going to use this Hermes. Reason being, he will increase fire skill damage, but I'm not worried about that. Action skill damage to your unit 26% HP increased own unit activated when adventurer's HP is below 50%, which will happen pretty quick. When a battle grant, 26% HP increased to own unit. Okay, so 45% increased action skill damage to your unit for 20 seconds with a 22.5% shield, and we're going to go ahead and apply this cloak that's going to give us a shield as well, and we've got all those stat boosts below 50%. Now, we might get dealt with, we might get one shot. We've just genuinely got to see how this plays out. So, I won't make you sit through the loading screen, but I'm definitely curious to see how this plays out. Okay, so I am up against 2 Artemises. This is going to be rough. We're going to try to stay away from them because I think they are going to wipe us out like instantly. The goal here obviously is going to be to very early on, essentially we're going to need to instantly get some kills. So let's do that. We'll do that and that. We just basically need to get some early wins. There we are. We're going to drop those items. We're going to drop Hermes. And we're going to get through this pretty fast. Now, we have our stat boost here below 50%. That was predictable. I'm going to pick on the bots. I'm not going to pick on the players. Oh, I said I was going to pick on the players. Oh, I took out 2 Artemises. That's bad. That's bad. All right. So we've got our stat boost here. We are at 42 stacks. That is not nearly enough to matter. Let's keep this going. Oop, I don't really want to get into that fight. The intelligent soul would swap out right about now. But I am doing this for science. Yeah, we got taken out. We got taken out. Oh, there's my loot, though. I'll take that. We lost all our stacks, too. So once you're down, you're down. Okay. Oh, stay out of the fight with the other Ottarls. You know, I'm going to go ahead and swap into her there. And I'll swap back when I can. Yeah, we'll just yoink all that. You know what? Bet. A win's a win, guys! A win's a win! So he didn't do half bad. Just, you know, stay away from all the Artemises out there and sneak yourself some pointage when you need it. And you'll be fine. I mean, honestly, had I not started the fight with the Artemises, I probably would have been better off. But Ottarl won. Like, comment, share. That is my 2 cents. Ottarl won. Yeah, so full breakdown here. I got to get the silliness aside. Full breakdown. He's very squishy. He really is. He didn't crater as quickly as I thought he would, but he did crater. In an MSS, I don't think you can get the damage out soon enough. So I really do think he's going to be relegated to raids. He is going to be an awesome unit for raids. I don't think there's any question about that. He's going to be an awesome unit for MSS. I'm sorry, not MSS. He's going to be an awesome unit for Abyss. He's going to, any kind of long type of fight, he's going to be fantastic for. But when it comes to PvP, I really think the dude's not going to be good at all. Any kind of short battle, especially like Battle Arena, things like that, you don't want to use him. But with the right build, he can survive, but you want to use him tactically. And you saw there was a moment where I was like, I really want to swap into I want to swap into Ryu, or I just want to swap into the other Ottarl. I really just wanted to use him for his purposes and then swap back. And honestly, if you play him strategically, you can do that. But, you know, once again, that was for science. What did you guys think? I'm not disappointed. I'm pretty happy with what he did, but I think this guy's got to age, and I think we need to see how this unit ages out in the MSSs that are coming when we're not just constantly on fire. And, you know, because if you remember back to when we got the Anniversary Bell, that's been our go-to in MSS, or I say MSS, keep saying MSS. That's what our go-to in Abyssal Exploration, basically since he dropped. There's not been one, aside from this most recent one, that he hasn't absolutely been OP. So, and once again, the reason he wasn't OP is because you're constantly on fire and your opponents are strong against you. So, is he going to replace the Anniversary Bell for that purpose? Probably. I think he's honestly just going to kind of be an Abyssal Exploration. Definitely we saw what he was able to do in Uncharted Battlefield. Things like that. But I just don't think he's going to be PvP material. But that's my breakdown. Let me know what you guys thought, and I'll talk to you again real soon.